Hello, good morning, and or good night, wherever you are watching this. Just wanted to come and address a couple of things. Uh, people have been reaching out, asking me here and there questions about my position on things, sending me their position on things, and everyone's in the throes of positions these days, whether you're out loud about it or just internal. I appreciate everyone's position. But the biggest question, or one of the ones that hit me that I wanted to address in this live, is um, people have gone, Kim, what's happened to you? Who are you? Because they've maybe known me from different places of my life. By the way, you aren't the same person you were. Think back, think back, think back 10 years ago, and then now where you are. And if you are the same person, that's also a little bit telling because anyway, so think back on the changes that have happened in your life, what you maybe believed at one time that you don't believe anymore, the things that you maybe died on a hill about. And then now it's like, I don't know. With age comes a lot of times these ahas. And so I wanted to just give an update. If you've read my book, The Monster Under the Bed, Uncovering the Lie That Drives Us, um, I talk a little bit about this thing that I had happen in 2011. I refer to it as my love epiphany. And it just came on to me. I was doing some inner work with personal development, learning maybe the power of breathing and mindfulness, and a little bit of approaching some meditation ideas because that was all new to me. And I just had basically an overwhelming supernatural. There's just no doubt about it. There was nothing I did that made this happen. And it was this overwhelming sense. In fact, just talking about it makes me want to cry, um, of love. Just like in every part of my body. It was just like, yeah, it was incredible. It doesn't live in a language place. I can't even tell you about it because it doesn't live in language. Um, it's in a deeper part of my being. And I didn't even realize at that time what implications that experience would have for the rest of my life. And over the next maybe year, things changed. I was raised in a very fundamental Christian upbringing, very thankful for a lot of that, very thankful that I had my love epiphany that actually reinterpreted a lot of the beliefs I had growing up. I left church for a while in my early 20s, mid 20s. I kind of had a late adolescence and just walked away and said, whatever. I'm not interested in all of that anymore. And then I just pretty much was in my own. Then I joined another fundamental religion for another 20 years, enjoyed a lot of that, grew spiritually, grew myself, made great friends. And then this love epiphany is what kind of shifted me out of that one. And so what happened to me is that is learning, number one, not how not to throw the baby out with the bathwater, which is what the all or nothing thinking will have us do. We will say, well, if that wasn't true, then all of it wasn't true. And or if that is true, then all of it is true. And so learning how to decipher and discern, and realizing that in every truth, basically in every principle, in every position that you feel strongly about, there is an opposite position to it. There's opposition in it. There's the opposite element in it. So if you're living in a state of fear right now, realizing that in that seed of fear, in the actual fear itself, is the seed of the faith, or the other side of seeing it and feeling it differently is inherent. And if you are really in the throes of pursuing a faith-filled existence and principled life, realizing that there will be the other side of it that's going to show itself to you as well. That's all part of it. There's no one without the other. And so that was a huge thing I learned. Another thing I learned is that there really is only one fundamental truth, and that is love. And how we discern love isn't by a feeling. It's actually by, there's some distinctive characteristics of the eternal principle of agape love. And agape love is God's love that we were created from. And this was a huge piece of my love epiphany, is that we are created from and in and with that same God DNA of love. That is our source. That is our soul. That is who we really are at the deep level. But we were born into a body and a mechanism that was pre-programmed with evolution, with lots and lots and lots of factors, but its sole priority is to survive. So therefore, it's pre-programmed to notice only the threats to your survival, which is called fear. So our soul is who we really are, but these clothes we're wearing, this machine we're in, that's the conflict we're in right now, is learning how to decipher who we really are, because we're distracted by the programming that we have grown up in with these bodies. So that's just my interpretation. So what happened to Kim is she had a complete overhaul, actually a complete overhaul here, and has been working on reprogramming this machine, this body, to the true essence of who I am. So as you've seen, a lot of my and I've even shifted to, since I've been in the throes of love and wanting people to know who they really are at their soul level, and trying to communicate that, and have a whole program that I'm helping people rewire to that. But I haven't really wanted to put up anything maybe even somewhat controversial, in the world, because I didn't want to, I was fearful. I actually identified this not too long ago, where I was afraid of offending anyone, or I didn't want to be known as one of those people. But then in the attempt to do that, I didn't feel free to use my voice. And so, can you use your voice and still be committed to love and committed to the truthfulness of that? Yes. And that's what I thought. You know what? That might be why I'm not happy not using my voice. I need to use my voice in the things that I feel could be true and what I feel are important. And then navigating the discussion. Because another big purpose I feel to serve in the world is to show people and to model healthy discussion. Because if you can't discuss, then it's going to come out in another way later. Or if you're a people pleaser and you are avoiding conflict because, I can't have conflict, you're going to exacerbate the conflict later. So use your voice and realize that your voice can be used, and that you will probably make somebody mad, that you will trigger. In this day and age, it won't matter what anybody says. I can come on and say I love bananas, and somebody will go bananas over that. Like, if you try to only speak with an outcome in mind, that doesn't usually work. So you just speak from your heart, and you speak your truth, and then if there's a repercussion to it, learning how to, from an authentic place, not being manipulative, but actually authentically caring what other people think, caring that other people have a lot of energy around their opinions, and giving them a safe space to have that. Whether I agree with them or not is not the point. The point is giving them safe space to, without the attack and the defense and the monster energy that I talk about in my book. So that's the other thing that's happened to Kim. I'm actually using my voice more, some of you've noticed, and then just navigating the discussion and hoping that serves whatever purpose it serves. You know what it serves? It serves me being true to me, and it serves me feeling this call to, number one, show up with my opinion and not have to be right about it, and allow others the same grace. So there it is, kind of in a nutshell. Thank you. Thank you for letting me do that. And for all of you that are maybe worried about doing that for you, there is a place to do it. You can do it. You can do it. And the world needs you to do it, because you have a voice, and what you think and how you feel matter. So don't minimize that. Okay.